What it do, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. Now, before I go on and talk about this album here, I need y'all to subscribe to Uncle Vic Rants. That's UNCLEVICKRANTS. I want to give that brother a shout out. He let me use the Glass House track from Slaughterhouse. So I went ahead and uploaded it on the channel. So I want to give that brother some shine and a look as well. So let's get on to talk about Tupac, Me Against the World. And this was the album right here that really cemented Tupac's legacy. He already had classic records like Keep Your Head Up, Brenda's Got a Baby, Pour Out a Little Liquor. He already had the classic records. But this album right here is what cemented Tupac to the next level. The reason being is he was an open book and he talked about what was going on with his life. From the quad shooting to the rape accusations to him being targeted by the police. Tupac's life was basically a movie. And it was very captivating to watch. Everything he rapped about, he lived. And with Me Against the World, this album here was basically crafted by the label. And it was crafted in a great way. Because it showed Tupac's sensitive side. It showed his more compassionate side. And it showed more of his creative side in a way. Because a lot of people were thinking he was this outlaw rebel, aggressive type dude. Pac showed that he could be a mellow hit maker. And you could hear that on Dear Mama. He showed his pushover side with that one. Now, Pac was rocked up when this record came out. And it went number one. And it beat Bruce Springsteen. So you know he became a star with that. All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli era, that catapulted him to icon status. Just like with Eminem when he dropped the 8 Mile joint. It captivated him from superstar status to icon status. This album here captivated him to superstar status. And people were curious to hear what he had to say at the time. Like, you could hear about his paranoia about death. You could hear his anger about the system and the woman that accused him of rape. Then you also had the love songs where he talked about, he dedicated to a woman, Can You Get Away? See, he went to a more mellow, soulful vibe here. A lot of the first two albums was more so militant. It was more so in your face. It was influenced by the Bomb Squad and that type of sound. That Public Enemy, X-Clan, Black Panther militant sound. Here, he kind of fell back on the militancy and got more so into his personal life. Me Against the World is possibly one of the best songs he ever did. That opening verse, man, that showed him right there that he was a star. Then he put the Outlaws on there. Then you had So Many Tears, which is one of the greatest songs that Tupac ever did, if not his top 5. Temptations. It's just the way the album flowed, man. It flowed nonstop. The way whoever put this album together was a stroke of genius. Even though Tupac had his influence there, he put it. The way this was crafted was so perfect. There's no terrible song. There's no songs that don't belong into the structure. It was structured masterfully. And Pac, man, you could tell he was going through it at that time. Back in elementary, I thieved on misery. Left me alone, I grew up amongst a dying breed. Inside my mind, couldn't find a place to rest. Until I got that thug life chatting on my chest. Tell me when you feel me. I'm not living in the past. You want to last. Be the first of the blast. Remember Cato, no longer is to see the deceased. Calling the sirens, see him murdered in the streets. Now he rests in peace. Is there heaven for a G? Remember me. Come on, man. Come on, man. You get even you get the goosebumps just rapping that shit. Then you had the other song on one of my other favorites, I See Death Around the Corner. That showed the paranoia side of Tupac, man, because he always felt that he was targeted. He was targeted from the date of birth, man. Like he even got FBI files on him from the time he was born, just based off his background as a Panther. So he was already targeted. Like he was the first like one of the rappers amongst that class to have their record cast by politicians. It was the darkest period of his life. And he expressed that. It was a very prophetic and haunting song. I was raised in the city, shit, I did a bitty titty, drinking liquor out of my mama's titty. I was like, wow. Like he pulled his heart and soul on this joint here. Now, All Eyes on Me, he was more so on point with what he wanted to put out. He was in the studio more. But this album here, this catapulted him. This catapulted him to superstar stature. To have a #1 album in jail and go platinum at that, come on, man. That's something that was unheard of at the time. So, if y'all ever heard this album, y'all definitely missing out, man. Y'all missing out. Fuck the World, Old School. See, this is where people gotta listen. They gotta listen to songs like Old School to show that Tupac never hated the East Coast. He never did. He praised all the legends, all the people that inspired him. That was one of my favorite joints. My only complaint, and y'all no surprise that this is a complaint, is that they didn't put My Block on here. My Block would have fit perfectly on here. They should have put My Block from the Show album up there. And what people don't know also is that there's an unreleased verse of So Many Tears with Stretch on there. That's definitely out there. But Me Against the World was the start to really get Tupac's legacy up to another stratosphere. And y'all need to check that out, man. So, this is King Eric signing out. Subscribe at the like button. Peace.